Imagine a world where everyone in healthcare thinks differently about how we serve patients. A world where Takeda is at the cutting edge of digital health, taking bold steps to share data and insight for the benefit of patients. As disruptive forces change the face of healthcare, Takeda has a new role to play. We are embracing trust and collaboration and opening our doors to new partnerships that will accelerate the future of healthcare to make a bigger impact on people's lives. We are personalizing healthcare with the patient at the heart of everything we do and shifting our impact from treating patients to keeping people healthy. We are doing more to help patients understand what impacts their health so they can play a more active role in their healthcare, and using analytics to gain deeper insights so we can transform how we personalize patient care. We're building external partnerships to make a difference beyond our four walls to ensure that patient therapy needs are addressed. We want to cultivate a global network of connected care for patients, caregivers, and healthcare providers to give them faster access to the right therapies by supercharging how we use technology and data. An AI-powered intelligence engine will collect and exchange real-world data from all corners of the healthcare world to fuel R&D intelligence, accelerate diagnosis, and speed up development and access to new treatments, while protecting patient privacy and security. Takeda's Digital Advisory Board is driving this change with speed and at scale. As one of the largest biopharmaceutical companies in the world, we believe it's our responsibility and our duty to help drive the future of healthcare. Today, we are welcoming healthcare institutions, academia, HCPs, technology startups, caregivers and payers, and many more to take part. No matter your role in the healthcare ecosystem, join us now to help shape a digital future that benefits everyone. Together, we can help keep people healthy.
Hello, welcome to the MassBio Partnering Day. My name is Caroline Schmitt. I'm the head of Enterprise Digital at Takeda Pharmaceuticals. I'm based in Zurich, and I'm very happy to be with you today. So today I'd like to give you an overview of Takeda and who we are and what we do. So first of all, Takeda is really about putting patients first, and we've been doing this for more than 2 centuries. So everything at Takeda starts with this question: how can we do more for our patients? That question really has guided our purpose for more than 2 centuries to bring better health for people and a brighter future for the world. So Takeda is a global values-based R&D driven top 10 biopharmaceutical leader. We have just over 50,000 employees worldwide. We're present in 80 countries, and we have 14 global strategic growth brands. Here you have some more stats. We are our global headquarter is in Tokyo, and we have a very large hub in Boston and in the Boston area. We have manufacturing sites across the globe, and we're listed on both the New York Stock Exchange and in Japan. We also have a very large presence in the US. So as a number 1 pharmaceutical market in the world, the US really is our key priority hub for the company. Takeda is among the top 14 largest and 14th fastest growing pharmaceutical company in the US. We have more than 18,000 employees in the US dedicated to helping patients across several parts of our business. Massachusetts is the nerve center for our US operations, housing the US commercial business unit, global R&D, global oncology, global vaccines, and biologics manufacturing. We have several locations across the Boston area, and we are the largest biotechnology employer in the state with more than 4,900 employees. Massachusetts is an ideal location for our US hub. It is home to more than 1,000 life sciences companies, academic institutions, organizations dedicated to advancing research. We are able to build relationships with cutting edge companies, leading research hospitals, academic institutions, scientists, and organizations who join us in the effort to discover, develop, and deliver new treatments. Outside of Massachusetts, we have operations in 5 states, including research and manufacturing facilities, as well as plasma donation centers across the country that support the life-saving work we do across rare and plasma-derived therapeutic areas. So Takeda, really our focus whenever we make a decision or take an action is the impact it's going to have on the patient. Patients are why we come in every day and work as hard as we do to create transformative therapies that are going to bring better health worldwide. That's why Takeda, we support dedicated efforts across 3 areas: innovative biopharma, vaccines, and plasma-derived therapies. For the innovative biopharma space, the largest component of our efforts, we focus in areas of high unmet medical need across core therapeutic areas. Those are oncology, rare disease, neuroscience, and gastroenterology. In oncology, we deliver novel medicines to patients with cancer worldwide through our commitment to science, breakthrough innovation, passion for improving lives of patients. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about the digital advisory board that we have at Takeda. This is a construct, this is a forum that we set up about two years ago. And so the vision for the digital advisory board is really we wanted to bring together a forum of leaders from across our organization. The purpose of the digital advisory board is to support the realization of targeted strategic priorities across the value chain in Takeda by accelerating data and digital capabilities enterprise-wide. So what we do is really we start by trying to provide transparency into what are the digital agendas across our company so that we can highlight the opportunities for better collaboration. And that collaboration can be both internal, so bringing more teams together, but also external, looking for partnerships and areas where we can accelerate our innovation with the broader ecosystem. The second thing we do is really we try to identify what are some of those opportunities and gaps which we can fill with additional investment and again, those partnerships. So where we see that there's a real opportunity for data and digital plays, how can we accelerate those and how can we fill those gaps? And finally, we make ongoing recommendations around what we should be funding and what we can prioritize to our executive team. We talk about the common platforms, the talent, and how we better expand into the health tech partnership ecosystem. So the DAB has been working, the Digital Advisory Board, or the DAB, has been working on and prioritizing 5 strategic areas over the past 2 years. Those are 3 of those strategic areas are really what we define as business driven. And 2 of those are really around the technology and how we are enabling data and digital acceleration through common technology enablers. So let's take a quick look at the 3 business-driven programs. The first one is everything around real-world evidence. We really want to be increasing the use of real-world data across Takeda, across the value chain, so that we can accelerate our clinical trials, our submissions, our product submissions, but also demonstrate better the patient outcomes using real-world data. This is a big program with multiple initiatives across the organization that we are driving, both in a R&D setting, but also across the entire value chain into our market access and into our commercial setting. The second program is around rare disease and earlier diagnosis. Takeda really is committed, as you may have seen in our therapeutic areas, we really are committed to rare diseases. And so with that, we have made it an absolute priority to use data, machine learning algorithms, and to see how we can use data and digital to accelerate patient diagnosis. We're working with multiple partners across the globe to see who are those players who are able to work with the data, help us and support us with some algorithms, particularly looking for earlier disease detection. The third area that we look at is about integrated and personalized patient care. So how can we use new technologies? How can we use, again, data insights? How can we use digital platforms and digital experiences for better patient outcomes? And we can enable more personalized and integrated patient experiences across the care continuum. We often see, like many pharmaceutical companies, but even many of the players in the market, that as a patient, we have multiple experiences for different parts of our care, of our lifestyle, and we end up having sometimes a lot of noise. So lots of apps that are thrown at us, lots of experiences, digital experiences, data that's being collected, reported, insights. And so we've been trying to work with various groups to find a way to better address this and to create a much more integrated experience for those patients. And then if we take a look at the two technology enablers, we have two big plays in the technology space. I'm going to start to the right, and I'm going to start with an enterprise data backbone. Building really a robust data backbone is important for everything that we try to do in the digital space. We need to make sure that we have our very strong data platforms on which we can build our digital experiences, on which we can build the insights, the innovation that we need to accelerate this journey. So the enterprise data backbone is really, as its name states, it's enterprise-wide, breaking down the silos of that data and building a state-of-the-art platform, which is very much API-driven, microservices-driven, so that we can plug in multiple experiences and partners when we find them into our landscape. The second technology enabler is the Hive patient engagement platform. Here, we've been developing a patient-centric technology foundation that really enables that seamless, personalized patient experience to better deliver on patient outcomes and generating that actionable data. Often we see that the integrated and personalized patient care program ends up building those capabilities or those experiences, or connecting the partnerships, the partners that we find through the IPC program. Often we integrate them and we connect them onto the Hive patient engagement platform, which is the way that we will deliver that digital experience. So 5 strategic focus areas today that we are sponsoring at an enterprise level, all 5 of which are very open and to exploring partnerships. We're very open to accelerating how we're going to deliver on these 5 strategic programs. And so we hope to see some great partners and ideas come forward over the coming weeks and months. And with that, I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to hand it over to David Zuckerman.
Thank you, Caroline. I'm excited to talk about our digital health partnerships. And Takeda now has a dedicated digital health partnerships team. So my name is David Zuckerman, and I started in July of 2020 at Takeda as our digital health partnerships lead, based in Cambridge. My counterpart is Alex Russell. He started in January of this year, and he's based in Zurich, Switzerland, focused mostly on European markets. So Alex and I both come with a number of years of digital health experience, working in startups. And so we have a keen sense of compassion and empathy for startups that are looking to partner with larger pharmas. So we are fostering strategic partnerships with an emphasis on patient-first innovation, and it's critical for Takeda's success. So the mission of our digital health partnerships team focuses on sourcing and scaling the best-in-class digital partners from across the globe, with the goal of being the biopharmaceutical partner of choice for the digital health innovation ecosystem. Our team's vision is simply to develop a global yet centralized digital partnership capability. We want to expand our local networks and expertise and presence and provide an easily accessible and straightforward and transparent process to partner with us. But then really the most important piece is to ensure that implementation happens successfully with all of these partnerships. So that's what the team is built out to do. The way that we find our partners externally, there's actually some internal needs sourcing first and then external activation. So first, looking internally, we work closely with the Takeda Digital Ventures team, which you will hear more about, helping to review the companies that they're profiling for investment. But we also run our own innovation challenges, and you'll hear more about that next from my partner, Hannes. And externally, we connect to a global network of accelerators and incubators and venture capital firms who introduce us to their portfolio companies, government-sponsored organizations like MassBio and Mass Challenge Health Tech here in Massachusetts. We connect with academic institutions and are engaged with many consortiums and alliances as well. So while a lot of this work and connectivity has been done in the US, we replicate this on a global scale with the goal of finding the best-in-class digital health partners no matter where they are. So the digital partnerships team is deeply embedded in accelerating the DAB via external innovation. You've heard about the DAB, and Takeda takes the approach of partnering first and only building out of necessity when the viable alternative doesn't exist in the market. So partnership-driven innovation is key. And so essentially, we're capturing the use case priorities from the DAB programs. We're sharing those needs externally with the digital health ecosystem and selecting the best partners to work with and integrate them into the DAB programs, and then look to scale them across the organization more broadly. So as part of Takeda's enterprise digital team, our digital partnership team plays the role of identifying and evaluating and then engaging the best partners that we can find. We work closely with our business units and the differing geographies to coordinate handoff for partnership implementation, though we stay involved for key performance tracking and expanding the relationship across the business. So looking a little closer at the process, first, we need to identify a partner, whether that's through MassBio or any other of the sources that I mentioned on the previous slide. After these potential partners are identified, our team leverages a custom partner assessment framework, and it's tailored specifically to the digital health industry to determine the partnership's strategic fit for the program. We review each partner. Once a partner's been identified, our procurement partners are engaged. And as I stated before, we're keenly aware of startup needs and constraints. So we have a really streamlined process of contracting. It's simple, it's straightforward. It includes all the necessary security and privacy and technical reviews. And we've got a dedicated team to help make that as smooth as possible for our startup partners. We will, of course, discuss our needs and agree on a proof of concept pilot. We will launch this proof of concept pilot with a smaller group, but the digital health team, the partnerships team, has an implementation special team in place that helps ensure the success of this partnership. And then finally, once we hit the appropriate milestones and KPIs, we'll look to transition this partner relationship and the solution that you bring to the identified business unit, and then look to scale it up enterprise-wide.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. My name is Toivanen. I'm a strategic partnership lead with Takeda. I'm helping companies, especially digital health companies and AI companies, to succeed with Takeda and build partnership with us. Today, I'd like to share with you something that we're building at Takeda, which is our challenge platform. This is something that will be launched shortly, but this will become something of our primary intake channel for innovative startups. And I really want to tell you about it, but also hear what you think about it so that we can modify it properly as we go forward. I want to share with you a couple of words about the background, why we're building the challenge platform for us. First of all, we want to build a health tech ecosystem that is focused on patient needs. At Takeda, we always want to put the patients first, but we also know that doing it alone is not maybe always the best way to do it or always to succeed on it. And by building a health tech ecosystem and having partners, we believe we can do more for our patients. The second part of that is really that our digital ambition is very high. As a highly innovative medicine company that is bringing therapies to unmet medical needs, we also believe that digital innovation should be the best in the world. But we are a medical company, and although we do a lot in the digital space and the data science space, we know that there are really great minds out there, and we would like to work with them to create the best for our patients. And thirdly, we think that we should build a challenge platform to make it easy to partner with a company like a Takeda, and make it also clear what startups are committing themselves when they start a journey with us. So it's clear how they can accelerate and how they can scale with us. Because in all truth, making dance with company like Takeda is not always easy for startups, whether they are early stage or scale ups, and not least also because we are in the pharmaceutical and healthcare sector, which is highly regulated. So we always have to follow all kinds of rules, but we can make an effort to make this easier for you, and the platform is part of that. We're also trying to instill some of our values and thinking into the whole establishing into the effort to build a partnership journey for startups, to build kind of a what is it about to innovate with Takeda. One of the things is that our approach to digital health innovations is the same as we have for life sciences. We believe in the breakthrough, in the best and perseverance, and we also believe in long-term relationships, in building those relationships. The second part, that when we're going to define challenges and call for partners to submit their ideas and solutions for Takeda, we don't make it just for a window dressing. We want that there is behind real business needs defined by our commercial people or by our R&D, by our company needs. So when we're looking for companies, when we're asking them to submit solutions, we actually have a concrete need, and we're going to appoint somebody to work with us later on. And finally, when we select winners or we have kind of a solutions that can work with us, we want those solutions to actually accelerate with us. That means that there's kind of a clear launch pad to see, can we do things together, proof of concept phase. And after the proof of concept phase, we want to see, should we continue and scale our commitment from both sides on this relationship, or should we say that, well, maybe let's find a better time or better arrangement to go forward. So coming soon is Takeda's Innovation Challenge portal. This has been a big effort for us, but we believe to have a one address for digital innovation opportunities with Takeda is helpful not only for Takeda, but for anybody who wants to work with us in the future. It's also a one address for everybody in Takeda to see who's pitching their ideas and what kind of candidates are out there to work for us. The way it's going to work, we will source business ideas inside Takeda and put them out as challenges and ask companies and innovators to pitch their solution for us. The best ones will then be selected to enter into the proof of concept phase and start their journey with us. But we have big plans for this site. It's supposed to become also one central leg for Takeda's emerging health tech ecosystem, where we kind of keep up the community about what we're about our opportunities to work, and also to help them to start their journey with Takeda. maybe of interest to this audience is that we have practiced or piloted now this in the Europe on a European level. We've just completed a big European Digital Health Innovation Challenge where we selected winners about a month ago. This was a huge effort spanning from Israel to the UK and Iceland, where we called for startups to provide their solutions for sleep disorders, treatment of transplant recipients, or genetic rare diseases. It was a huge success, which really surprised us what all we could find here, but also was a big learning effort for Takeda to learn that we had hundreds of Takeda people to go through and review companies. And not only the winners that I'm going to share with you shortly were those that landed contracts, but also many other companies were identified as business partners for Takeda in the future. Now, to share with you the winners of this company was a Swiss company called Idon Technologies, company that slogans itself as the Internet of the Humans. We're starting a proof of concept project with them. Or Patients Knows Best, a UK-based company that really thinks that they put the patient records at the control of the patients. Both aligned nicely with the values of Takeda and also our passion for innovation. Also, what we think about companies is not only land a contract with them, we also wanted to bring them some publicity, publishing them widely on our social media platforms and press releases. And really starting these relationships with companies is that we really want them to go forward and build success with Takeda. So I'd like to thank you here, but maybe a final thank before I thank you is a note that we are actually planning to have a US-based challenge coming this year as well, and hope to see many of you to participate in that. With that, I'd like to thank you.
Great. Thanks, Hannes. So the Massachusetts digital health ecosystem is one of the most advanced in the world, and we're eager to meet with startups providing cutting-edge digital health solutions that ultimately improve the lives of our patients. And by partnering with Takeda, it means that you're partnering with an organization that places the patient first, with a global footprint and an ambition to scale. So how we operate and work with our partners is really guided by our core values that were forged over 2 centuries ago. So these values are really the inspiration for our spirit of collaboration and our unwavering commitment to bring better health and a brighter future to people worldwide. And we couldn't be more excited about building the foundation for the next 240 years, where data and digital is going to play an ever more important role with a robust, innovative partnerships that will be key to our shared success. So thank you very much.